Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I will be showing us some of the highest earning freelancers on Upwork. Yes, people are making crazy amount of money on Upwork, and today we are not just going to be scrutinizing each of their profile. We are going to be imbibing some lessons we can learn from their profiles. If you've not started making money on Upwork, this would encourage you to get started. And for those of us who are already making thousands of dollars too, we will double up our effort to earn way more. We are not in competition with these people. It's incredible to see this amazing talent and skills that are making waves on this platform, from UI UX designers to financial wizards. These freelancers are setting new standards for earning on Upwork. You see people earning as high as $100 per hour, $150 per hour, and they are getting projects. There must be some secret, there must be some things these people are doing that we need to know. We are going to examine their profile. How are some people able to make a lot of money from Upwork? Is it their location? Is it about their skill set? Is it about their industry? We are going to dig into this and understand how we can also become very high earners on Upwork. So the former CEO of Upwork, Stephen Kazrel, former Upwork CEO on CNBC in 2008, said the highest paid freelancer on Upwork, by the way, last year made $2.5 million US. So when we are talking about these freelancers I'm about to unravel, that we are about to learn from their profile, understand that these are the people we have access to. So some people have turned off their earnings, so I don't have access to their amounts. So don't be surprised that there are people earning even way more than these people we are about to consider. But for the people whom we have access to, I had researched and come up with some of these guys. So our journey begins with the UI UX design maestro. The first person we'll be considering here would be Ihar. Looking at Ihar profile from Poland, and we can see Ihar is a top rated plus, and the job success score is 96%. Note that this might fluctuate, maybe like it might come back to 100 with time. So this is, yeah. So Ihar has a similar time zone to mine. Okay, Ihar has earned a whooping $600,000 with a total of 464 jobs and has worked for 11,601 hours. So let's see how much does Ihar charges. How much does Ihar charges per hour? He charges $61.89 per hour. So why is he having decimal? Why is he not having a full figure like $60? Why is he having the 1.89 to it? So that remains mysterious. If we observe this as a pattern in other top earning freelancers, it might be something for us to also adopt. So let's read through his profile. Greetings. So you can note this. I also have this on my profile. You can notice that he's using emoji, because emoji enhances the readability of your profile description. So he's using emoji. You can see this rocket emoji. So it helps the eyes to identify the spots you are supposed to read. So if you don't have emoji on your profile, so following the leading of a $600,000 earner on the platform, you might want to use emoji. Then let's see the introductory hook. Greetings. Are you ready to achieve your business goal through design? With a strategic mindset and an artistic flair, I am on a mission to boost your digital presence and supercharge your user engagement. Oh, this is cool. So you can see he highlighted his achievements, like, why should I give him this job? So if I'm a client looking at this, why should I give him this job? He highlighted that he has worked with over 400 people and successfully completed projects with them. He said he is ranked #1 globally on Upwork. So this is, I said something in one of my previous videos that you put your strongest foot forward. So even if I read just these 2 paragraphs of his profile and then I call it a day, this is convincing enough for me to hire him. Then he went into more details. Then you would also observe how these first two paragraphs can almost stand in isolation. I'm like, just these two, I've already completed what it does. He already told us what he does to my, and so if I'm a client, then you would observe that he uses the word your digital presence. I'm on a mission to boost your digital presence. So he's telling me what he's going to do for me. And that is one thing I used to tell freelancers, that ensure that your profile description focuses on the prospective client and not yourself. Yeah, check this. This is very important because this particular aspect shows on the proposal list where you have a lot of freelancers proposal to a client. The client is going to see this particular line. Then you can see it made a very good use of this estate, saying high conversion and customer focus UX UI design dashboard. Then the software he uses Figma. So you can observe that looking at just this place, and then this place, I can go on to hire this guy, or if I'm not hiring him, I already know. So like he gives us a clear direction. So let's look at other things about his profile. My focus areas, then we can see this. He spread out the different aspects, like the different services he offers under UI UX designing, and you can see that here. Then now it's specified, like just in case you are asking in your mind. Then, so this is him answering a question you have in your mind. It might not even be in your conscious mind, but your subconscious mind is. So you might be asking, what does this guy have to offer me? And this is a question in the mind of every client, every prospective client. You would observe that his profile description is long, but it is well spread out. Like that means like you have it in well organized segments, such that I can decide not to read every single segment. That means like it makes it skimmable for prospective clients. So he said my core skill. Okay, so what he has to offer: conversion driven design, user centric. You can see even now I'm not reading everything, but it's easy for me to just read the first line. There's a colon here, so I can just read conversion driven design, user centric approach. But if you ask me, I also think it's a bit too long. So my core skills, this is more like a summarized version of the first part that explains the simple tasks that can be done to achieve the UI UX design project. So like in the UI UX design project, you might need to do a user research, creating the buyer personnel, the empathy map, customer journey map, the user flow, storyboarding, information architecture, UX design, wireframe, and all of that. Till when you are done with the UI design, that means the visual design, then you do the usability testing, because it's no point doing a design that will not be tested. So it's telling you that every aspect of a UI UX design project you need done, it can do it for you. Then you can see we have statistics. Statistics are powerful weapons for winning clients. So he understood that and then is putting it into this. Okay, so we can see 25% surge in conversion, 42% longer engagement. So he's telling us that his clients that have worked with him before now achieved this. The truth is that, can we verify this? I don't know, but I would believe that he's saying the truth. So his working hours, like we have it here. So he has the working hours for us in Canadian time, in Pacific time, and then the Eastern time zone. So this connote that this guy is someone who understands his prospective clients. So like he understands that his prospective client might not be able to relate. So if you have just maybe like your PDT, the Pacific time zone there. So if I am on Eastern time zone, I would feel like I can't work with this guy because he has the different time zones. So I think this is a very good idea. I might adopt this even for my own profile. So this is an idea we can steal. Then the most important aspect is, let me see if he did it before because I know every good description must end with this, and that is the call to action. And I think he did that right. So he said, sound like a fit. That means, do you think I can work with you well? So he's asking like, so that sounds like a fit. That means having gone through his profile, am I thinking of working with him? So having gone through his profile, am I thinking of working with him? The next step, click the green send message button in the top right corner. So you know what? This is something we can also adopt. So yeah, it's describing the color of the button, the green button that has the inscription send message. If you're viewing Upwork from the client's perspective, you are going to see this send message. We are not seeing it from the freelancer's perspective. Like I said, this guy understands his client well, and we would need to adopt this. So send message button. So he's telling the client, so the client can see this. The client can see this send message button in the top right corner. So the client can go to look for that button and type send message. So it makes it easier for the client to know the next action to take. So then now, just in case the client is still reading on, reach out to discuss your business goals today. Together we can turn clicks into customers. I love this. So a good profile doesn't end there. So now he has a consultation which we can check out. I think let's leave this out for now. That's the 150. Consultation is a new feature by Upwork. I think it was added last year or upper year. Okay, let's check it out since we are digging into this profile. That is completed job. Oh, then let me talk about this. This in progress. Most of these jobs under the is in progress tab gives clients the impression that you are very busy as a freelancer. So if you have a lot of jobs like this in progress, like having a lot of job listed, I used to have it too, or I still even have it. So I just try to ensure that it doesn't get much. I understand that it might be more difficult for him to reduce his progress tab, but then it creates an impression that you are busy to some clients. So there are two ways to solve that. Number one is to appeal to clients whose job you've completed and they don't have a new job to give you in the next maybe 3 weeks, 2 months or thereabouts. You can tell them to please close the contract so it stop appearing in your in progress tab. And alternatively, you can leave it there, and you can have the method I used in my profile as at the time of recording this video is that I stated in my profile that clients should note that most projects in my in progress tab have been completed. So I am very free and available to jump on their work immediately. So let's check the completed jobs. So we can't possibly look through the entire job. So you can see the review, 5-star review. Fantastic as always. Thank you, Ihar. Then he also responds. So as freelancers, it's good for us to respond to clients' feedback. I was very happy to work with you. Looking forward to further cooperation. You know this line in Freelancers Review, looking forward to further cooperation. It is a way to trigger the client to work with you again, or to open the door up for that client to understand that, oh, I have not just done this design for you. I would appreciate if you bring other designs to me, such that the client does not have to start searching for a new designer when they have a new job. I understand that some clients will just readily want to give you the job again, but some clients, it will not occur to them to give you the job again. They will just search for another video editor, another data analyst, except and that is except you understand your game with building relationship, and that's one of the things he's doing in his review. He's stylishly telling the clients, looking forward to further cooperation. That means looking forward to working with you again. Then we can see that Aira has a 4-star review, which is quite recent. That's August 31st, just about a week ago as at the time of recording this video. This client did not drop a review for him, which most freelancers don't like. But then he still said, thank you for that collaboration. It was great pleasure to be the part of the new team, new brand creation. Okay, so we can see another thing we observe here is that his hourly rate on this particular project was $50 per hour. So it's important for freelancers to be flexible. I have mentioned this before. My hourly rate, $40 per hour. I can get a project that looks promising and it's a retainer project, and then decide to charge the client $35 per hour. So don't be rigid with your hourly rate. You can be flexible with it, and that is one thing we have learned from Aira. Aira could have insisted is getting this $61 per hour, but then it's also possible that as at the time this job started in 2022, his hourly rate was $50 per hour. Okay, so let's look a bit more into Ihar's profile. So if I'm a client and I'm trying to hire this guy, and I'm trying to hire him, so I can see he has done a lot of work, and the kind of work he's doing, he has done a lot of work. Then we can see, okay, look at this. Ihar did a job for $20. So what can we learn from that? Little drops of water makes an ocean. So yes, I don't advise freelancers to take low amount projects. So for me, I want to work on projects that are in the region of, let's say, $200, $500, $1,000. But then, like, for example, a client who has an issue with his video, and it's something I can fix in 3 minutes. Should I still charge the person $200? Maybe, but I don't think that would be fair. So I can charge the person maybe like a $20, a $30, and get that fixed, so that will appear on your project. So like, what that will appear on your profile. So what I'm just saying is that the same person who earned, how much did I say the other time? Who earned $26,750 from a single project, also took a project where he earned a fixed price of $20. That is recent. This was also maybe like last week or last 2 weeks. So one thing I've learned from Aira, just when I just posted on my LinkedIn today that I would be more wary of taking smaller jobs going forward. So we can see the skills that he used in executing this particular project. So we can see it here. So the skills that he used in executing this particular project, user interface design, user flow, this also helps the SEO of his overall profile. So it teaches the algorithm that not only has he written these stuffs on his profile, that he has done a project where he used these skills in practical terms. So now let's check more. Wow. So he identified, oh, this is cool. So you can see I'm impressed already with his profile. So he said I was challenged. Okay, so now he told us about the challenge. That means the problem is his role, expert UI UX designer. The challenge, and I read that just a minute ago. Let's leave this, let's keep this. Then many of us just put the visuals there, and then we don't have the text. But we can see from a $600,000 earner on Upwork that it helps to put the text there. All this contributes to your SEO. Don't forget, he identified the challenge and now he's talking about the solution. So we can also adopt that challenge or problem of the project and the solution you preferred. So we can see he highlighted the solution he preferred to that project. So to achieve the desired result, the following steps were taken: thorough research of the market and direct competition in the area. Researching other real estate platforms helped me understand their strengths and weaknesses. They also helped me identify what works well and what could be improved in these products. Moodboarding to determine the stylistic direction of the whole interface. Wireframing, testing these wireframes. UI design for the real estate app. As I mentioned before, I used clean and modern design solutions. So if I'm a client looking out for clean and modern design solutions, as will be the case with most clients now, with a focus on usability. So, it's possible for a design to be very nice, and then, so because now he's telling you that he creates a clean and modern design. So like some clients might be wondering, like, okay, what if the design, because you can have a design that is very fine and is not usable. It is essential that the design is usable. Is usable. So responsive version of the app design. So that means that it doesn't just create the one, it doesn't just create the static version. It doesn't just create the static version of the app. It also creates the prototype, the responsive version that you can actually see, that it can actually move like a regular website. Well, I've taken a course in product design, so I understand a couple of things he's saying. So now Ihar is going to inspire me to change my entire profile on Upwork to product design. No, I'm not going to do that. Okay, so now let's look at the visuals. So look at his designs. This is simple and I like it. He even incorporated emojis into it. Like, so this looks wow, wait, why is it having, okay. So this looks cool. This is a real app. Telly. Telly. I don't know how to pronounce this. Tel. I think this will be pronounced tel in English, maybe tele in French, or in okay, I think this is just nice. So this is the real estate app he's talking about. So you can see, oh, amazing. Can you see what he did? So he also added a video. This guy goes the extra length. So he deserves to earn 1 million, billion, 100 million, thousands of $1 million on Upwork. I'm just, okay, there's no value like that. Honestly, this guy deserves to earn the $600,000 plus he has earned on Upwork, scrutinizing his profile. So we're going to check this video in a bit. This is professionally done as well. He probably didn't do the video himself. Probably he gave it to a professional video editor, or he has a good video editing skill as well. So we have come to the end of the review of Ihar's profile. So now let's move on to the next freelancer and see what we can learn from him. Aira.